the 2K Sports pregame show.
Boy, what a season so far. And I'll tell you, it's only getting started. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, they've started the season with 2 wins and 2 losses. Not stupendous, but there have been some positive moments in those 2 wins that they might be looking to duplicate here tonight. And tonight, 2 offenses that like to score in the post. Shaq, defensively, how do you counteract that?
2 types of denying. Deny the position and deny the entry pass.
Yes.
Sounds like you're in a state of denial.
I deny everything you just said.
Is it just me? I thought that was funny.
But you know what the other thing you could do, Shaq? If you pressure the passer, what it does is then it allows the defender to have more time to get around on the defensive and provide.
You're lucky I didn't guard you in your career.
Oh, I would have went right by you.
You're lucky.
I would have hoped you pressured me.
Let's go to Kevin Harlan. Time for the tip.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're coming at you from the Peak Chesapeake Energy Arena in beautiful Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder prepare to take the floor. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. Looking at Boston, they took a win in their last game against Orlando. And they showed a lot of heart in that one, getting down early, but put together a terrific run to sold it away in the end.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for them.
Man, they had to scrape and claw just to get themselves back into the game and into overtime, but they really kept their composure in the extra 5 minutes, and it paid off for the win.
Brent, you played for 14 seasons. What kind of off-season training did you do personally to keep in shape?
I had a great trainer in Southern California that I would go home to every year and work on different things. It was funny, Kevin, because as you get a little bit older, you can be a little more specific with how you train. You understand how you're going to be used, the type of minutes you're going to play, so it can be a little bit more specialized. I'm not sure if I could tell you this, but I surfed a lot in the off season.
Balance.
Core, right?
Core balance.
All right, Thank you. Check box.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Beasley is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Smart, and there's Kemba Walker, and it's Tatum in at the 3. Now here's Walker. Here's Paul. Drops in the breakaway layup. Paul's got 5 now.
Well, great instincts of Paul there, solid at creating havoc in the open court and then coming up with a steal.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Adams.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And stolen by Tatum. Left side Walker. Dishes it to Smart. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Robertson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat. And you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka. And it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Thunder trading away Harden in the summer of 2012, but Brent unable to agree on a contract extension.
Well, OKC agreed on the contract. James Harden did not, and that's sort of the line in the sand that was drawn. And the salary cap jumping up in subsequent seasons, they just had bad timing in terms of the frugality of what they offered up to James Harden. It's a decision that we talk about a lot. It's revisionist history, but at the time it was the move that OKC made, and I can't really argue with it. Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Paul looking around, pass to Adams. Kicks it out to Paul. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Walker. Paul's shot is off.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
Now here's Walker. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Orlando. Gallinari against Smart. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Gallinari in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, if my counting is right, they've made 4 of their first 5. That's good.
They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Paul's got 7 points.
And on that kind of play, no one can match up with Paul going back the other way. Just too crafty and too skilled. He's going to do damage.
So the Celtics called timeout, their first. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
But we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too. With both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
Big boss bill buckle under my Michelin S.O. Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalate. When I'm riding spree wheel sliding like an escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the North. Ain't change, I still represent Swisher House.
Austin making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Smart finds Canner. Outside, Smart. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
And that one falls for Smart. And Greg with Smart, when he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
Now here's Paul. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento. Walker with some nice D.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here's Cantor. Hayward outside. The kick out to Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City leading by 4. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Brad Stevens. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, the challenge of facing this tough defensive squad is right at the front of their minds.
As it should be, because if they're not prepared for every look and matchup that D is going to throw at them, it'll be a long day.
I think he has them prepared, and now it's just a question of whether they can match the energy and intensity that this team always brings onto the floor.
We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position, as we knew it, is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position, too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric. Screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to the game in the 80s. It's the exact opposite. It was like, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position, not disappeared, just changed.
And Adams kicks it over to Schroeder. Tries again. Clock at 4. Passes it to Ferguson. Now Schroeder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And another shot. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Brown feeling it out a bit. It's deflected. There's a minute left in the first quarter. And the pass to Noel. Over to the wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boston with the rebound.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Brown outside. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Brown's got his first basket of the night.
And love how assured Brown looks taking these shots. His mid-range game is on point. He's squaring up like that.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Ferguson. And the Thunder another 3.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Hayward right side. With 4 seconds on the clock. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
That's his first personal foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Thunder lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
They're just not sitting back. They are going for steals, and their activity has been terrific.
Yeah, so that disruption is helping out because it's leading to some easy chances on the other end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Steven Adams. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Gilgeous Alexander. Then it's Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. And the Thunder with the possession here after Gordon Hayward hitting the three. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
This is why Schroeder has the ball in that situation. If the pick comes, he knows how to capitalize. A lot of high hopes for Schroeder when he signed his 4-year deal back in 2016. His development hasn't continued at a high level, at least high enough for some people to take notice. So shooting from a distance, still an issue for the young point guard.
And the Thunder with the possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. It's rebounded by Tice.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Kicks it to Brown. Shoots from 14. Misses off the right iron. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. Nobody near Schroeder. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
And Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. Like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
A whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Celtics.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Austin with the ball. They trail by 1. Here's Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. From deep, Gallinari drains it from beyond the arc. Gallinari's got 7 points.
Well, the defense has to close out on Gallinari. He's shooting the 3. That's where he's dangerous.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Here's Beasley. Gallinari making his last shot. Pass to Walker. Clock at 6. From the top of the key, he buries it. Walker's got his first points of the night. The Thunder leading by 4. Paul kicks to Clark. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lets the 3 fly, and Cantor pulls it down. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Paul against Walker. Passes it to Beasley. To the inside. The rejection by Paul.
How about the lightning quick hands there? Chris Paul does a great job of just tracking that ball and then swatting it away.
Clark kicks to Robertson. There's the pass to Paul. He's looking for Noel and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half. Paul kicks to Gallinari. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night. Celtics trail by 9. Walker looking for an opening. Over Gallinari. Boston again missing.
Got to commend the aggressiveness, but he was a little too anxious in trying to get that shot over the stifling D there.
And slam dunk by Noel.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Walker against Paul. Walker the pass to Cantor. Beasley outside. Got a piece of it. Gallinari finds Robertson. Yes, that goes in.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And 6'7" swingman Andre Robertson out of the University of Colorado, one of the league's premier defensive specialists.
And Kevin, there's a reason he started for most of his career, and it has nothing to do with his shooting. Now returning from that ruptured patella tendon, will he regain that elite defensive form? Only time will tell.
And the free throw, no good. Now we see Andre Robertson making his return from the ruptured patellar tendon of winter 2018.
Just how disruptive was it for Billy Donovan and the Thunder to lose Andre Robertson last year? The numbers were staggering in terms of the defensive rating when he was on the floor, just how good they were. And the guy averages less than 5 points a game for his career, but his impact defensively cannot be understated.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Adams. Schroeder surveying the floor. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hello to the people, Shaq.
Hola.
Kenny's here.
Ni hao.
And we're analyzing the first half of action. We saw Danilo Gallinari lighting it up in the first half. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out, and you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Kemba Walker is out there with Smart. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Beasley in at the 4 spot. Now here's Paul. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
Yes, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down. And Steven Adams came into this league at 19 already a physical specimen and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Adams. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Now here's Walker. 4 on the shot clock. Tatum, that's for 2. No good that time. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Paul kicks to Clark. Out to the right wing. Here's Robertson. Guarded by Tatum. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Robertson can't hit.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. The contested 3 is not your objective. 1 more, maybe.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Andre Robertson. Then for the Celtics, Daniel Tice is checked in for Kanter. Hayward comes in for Michael Beasley. And ABC subbed in for Kemba Walker. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Gallinari against Hayward. Shot clock at 5. Got a hand on it, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Oklahoma City leading by 18. Ball passes to Adams. And Gallinari kicks to Adams. Over Tatum. Back to Gallinari. Here's Ferguson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Tatum. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far. And they know they got to be better.
Here's Smart. True on the 14-footer. Smart's got 9 points.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Pass to Clark. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Ferguson. Guarded by Tatum. From deep, Gallinari. The rebound by the Celtics.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Back to Smart. Cuts off the pass. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Ferguson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Celtics trail by 16. Langford, the pass to Hayward. To the wing right side. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low. 9 feet out. That one's not going to go. And it's Boston the other way. Smart wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Thunder leading by 16. Ferguson kicks to Gallinari. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Solid shot from Gallo. He knows he has a mismatch down inside. Sinks the shot.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Eyes on me, I see you watching. Oh, we do what we want to. Oh, if it's so, we come through. Oh, we on it. Oh, yeah, we on it. Oh, yeah, touchdown. Shakalaka, rope, Jones, we gon' poppin', we can spot a lane, cause we not them. No, we not them. I got a light skin and the Asian. Calais on the beam with the bass in. Like a young bubble in a wasteland. But I'm really tryna see how the face it. Buy my chicken, my chalupas. Ayy, make her with the roof up. Ayy, backflip, make her do stunts. Ayy, and it's really tuned up. Ayy, down, boom, shakalaka. Oh, eyes on me, I see you watching. Oh, we do what we want to. Oh, if it's full, we come through. Oh, we on it. Oh, yeah.
Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for ABC.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Marcus Smart. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Boston. Brown outside. .146 left to play here in the third. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. And then for Boston. Beasley comes in for Daniel Tice, and Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. 1:44 left in the third. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Robertson, defended by Hayward. Here's Adams. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
Cantor checked in for the Celtics. Schroeder against Walker. Tries it from 9. Adams' shot is good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And a wide open look for Walker. Bangs home the trifecta. Walker's got 5 now.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Schroeder, right side. Shoots over Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I'm never quite sure what Schroeder is going to do there. Fantastic at forcing the D to hit him while he was shooting that one.
For Oklahoma City, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
The first one falls.
The potential Schroeder has is pretty exciting. Such a lightning quick point guard.
Schroeder hits them both. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Back right after this.
You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it. You know I come around and rock it.
Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Games like this, you find out what you can take with you, right? So no matter what, we come all the way back and get over the top, that's great, okay? But we're taking something from this quarter regardless. Play the right way all the way through.
Well, he wants his guys to just play their game.
And Brad Stevens is a realist. Kevin, he knows even if they don't get this win, that it's huge that his guys at least learn something from this game.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Gallinari, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Robertson, and it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Credit the D for being right on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's just too crafty and too confident down near the hoop.
Adams' shot is off. Celtics trail by 21. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
And that one, good. 16 points for Gallinari.
And Gallo knows how to finish through contact. Excellent touch from there from the big fella.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Back to Walker. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Kicks it to Adams. The dish to Schroeder. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Lightning quick first step from Schroeder. And phenomenal at throwing down that one on the drive.
Walker against Schroeder. Tatum on the wing. And another basket for Boston.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handler.
Ian Clark's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And a change for the Celtics. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. Boston on D. There's the lob to Adams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Smart kicks to Beasley. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Gallinari. Walker against Paul. Here's Clark. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Good work defensively by Smart. Outside Tatum. He kicks it to Smart. Passes it to Beasley. Walker against Paul. Walker's shot is off.
No doubt disappointed with that one. He'd love to have that one back.
Yeah, I'd put that play on repeat. The setup was perfect. Just need a better result next time.
Hands it from downtown.
A good three-point shooter a few years back. Paul's turned himself into a great one. Important to do later in your career.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Al Paul, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Here's Robertson, guarded by Tatum. From deep, Gallinari goes back up, kicks it out to Paul. From deep, and Boston with the rebound. Cantor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Muscala, he's checked in for Adams. Patterson comes in for Gallinari. Ferguson's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Paul. Then for the Celtics, Williams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Daniel Tice comes in for Michael Beasley. And ABC is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Oklahoma City leading by 22. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the pass to Ferguson. Poked away. Pass to Clark. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Gallinari.
And he was remarkable. Absolutely destroyed the opposition. Any matchup he had tonight, it felt like he was going to dominate.
Thunder foul. Shot. That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And the Celtics with possession here. Pass to Wanamaker. 6 to shoot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Celtics, Brad Wanamaker. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. 16 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Burton, guarded by Tatum. Here's Burton. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.